Ever wake up, deep divers, and think, gosh, where did all of that time go? Time is flying by, Ralph. Tell me about it, deep divers. And that is called the quickening. We are in the quickening. But what is it? And what happens to you during the quickening? Deep divers, we got a whole lot to talk about. Wonderful, beautiful deep divers of planet Earth. I woke up like this, all magical and fly. That was special. Let's go. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. We are here. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Raising the frequency. How are we starting the day, deep divers? Raising the vibration. Take that, take that, take that. Good ass energy I'm sending you. FaceTiming you right now, deep divers. Look, I want you to welcome in new energy and many new beginnings, and remind yourself the time is now. Remind yourself it can happen for you this year, because we are in the quickening. But what is it and what will happen to you? Let's dive into it. I want everybody to hit that like button right now. If you support the real, hit that like button right now. I'm about to go in. Someone sent me a message, long ass message. They're like, Ralph, I love your videos. Thank you so much. Can you please talk about the quickening that we are in? What does this mean for humanity? What is going to happen to people all around the world? Like, just talk about the quickening, Ralph, right? So, great topic to talk about, because a lot of people right now have noticed that time seems to be speeding up. Like, oh my gosh, there aren't enough hours in the day to do whatever you want to do. It's like by the moment you get out of bed, it's time to go back to bed. It's like the week flies by, the years fly by. It's crazy right now. It seemed like last year was like an hour ago. This is the quickening, deep divers. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? That's what happens during a quickening. We ain't even had breakfast yet. No time to even eat, deep divers. Oh my gosh. So we are in the quickening. But what is it? And what happens to you? So first of all, what is the quickening? Okay, let me break it down for you, deep divers. The quickening is this perception that you have of an acceleration of time. Now, time is an illusion, but it's real within the matrix. Man-made time is very real. And we've got to remind ourselves, the ancients realized there was no time, there was only movement. So when the movement increases, we call this the quickening. We call the quickening an acceleration of movement, an acceleration of vibration. Everything is vibrating. Nothing is actually solid, not even the cat down the road. Everything is vibrating. Now, when this vibration increases, we call this the quickening. You see, in all ancient texts, they talk about this time, from the ancient Egyptians, the Kemites, the Sumerians, the Mayans, the Hopi. They talk about this time called the quickening And it's actually the end of the world as we know it. During a quickening, there is no time. During a quickening, 24 hours can feel like a few seconds. During a quickening, we see a heightened phase of activity on the planet. We see increased intensity of global events. So if we take a look at what's been happening over the last few years, you've had COVID, the pandemic. A lot of people were like, oh my gosh, right? That was the quickening. Also, Russia and Ukraine, that's the quickening. Also, TikTok, that's the quickening. In other words, the times we're living in right now is symbolic of the quickening, because the quickening is where you have a succession of events all happening, one after the other, after the other. And actually, the Hopi Native American tribe spoke about something called the Blue Star Kachina. And in the Hopi mythology, there were 4 worlds, right? The first 3 worlds actually got destroyed by cataclysmic events, okay? The first world was destroyed by fire. The second world was destroyed by the Ice Age. The third world, and these are cycles of time, right? The third world was destroyed by the deluge, the Great Flood, which has been documented, right? Noah's Ark and all of that. And the fourth world, many Hopi priests talk about, we are actually in the time of the fourth world, and this world will be destroyed, and a new world will be birthed and born, and it will come when we see that blue star. Now, you've had the Mayans saying that the world will end in 2012, right? Well, actually, the Ethiopian calendar, 2020 was 2012. Slow motion this side. You had this feeling in 2020, right? When the whole world was in a state of lockdown, that the world has officially ended. Well, what the Mayans were talking about is that, no, the world is not ending. This version of the world is ending as we know it, and a new one is being born. The Great Conjunction was a sign of the quickening. It was a sign of the Blue Star Kachina that the Hopis prophesied about. Also, the Hopis said, when the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, there shall come a new tribe of people from different creeds, colors, and classes. They shall come onto the earth. And by whom? And by their deeds and by their actions, they shall make the earth green again. We are living in the last days of the world as we know it. And this is what the quickening is all about. Have you noticed, deep divers, that there seems to be, everything seems to be speeding up? Everything seems to be going so fast. It's like you don't even have time anymore because it's like so much is happening, right? And the internet is also symbolic of the quickening, that there are so much videos by Ralph Smart out there. I know, deep divers, go and watch all of them, right? But there is so much content. Like, people are just posting and sharing, and TikTok dances and all of these things, right? And they call it TikTok. That's a symbol of the quickening, because TikTok, they're talking about the clock. But you don't hear me though. Slow motion this side. This is also the greatest time we are living in. This is our greatest opportunity. Because what happens to you during a quickening is that you now have more information. What used to take you 1 year to be aware of is now taking you 1 day. There is an acceleration of human awareness on the planet. A lot of people are waking up from this illusion, from this matrix. A lot of people are refusing to drink the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. No, thank you. A lot of people are asking questions. This is what happens during the quickening. A lot of people are no longer blindly following the mainstream media. Do you know a lot of people who used to be very skeptical, and now questioning the entire system to say, wait a minute, something just ain't right. It's not making sense. I know they're lying to me. This is what happens to you during the quickening. At the same time, there is also an abundance of ignorance on the planet. Because at the same time as we are in the doorway of the age of Aquarius, at the same time the planet's vibration is increasing and rising, there are also forces who still want to keep humanity in the old world. That's the reason why during a quickening, what happens to you is that there are distractions upon distractions waiting for you. Because right now, there's a battle for the hearts and minds of the people. We are in the midst of spiritual warfare. And that's the reason why you have to save your soul. You have to get right with yourself, get right with your body, mind, and soul. You have to connect with people who remind you who you are. We are in the quickening. Can you feel it? I can feel it, deep divers. Can you feel the shift? Many people are now realizing that something doesn't feel right. This is what happens during the quickening. What happens to you is that you have a choice to make. You can choose to stay on the sinking ship, because we've already hit the iceberg. What was that? Oh, Titanic, deep divers, jump off the boat right now. We've already hit the iceberg. We've already reached the tipping point. And now people are like, hey, I now know enough that I haven't got time to waste on foolishness. If it's not helping me evolve, it's a distraction. This is what happens to you during a quickening. You want to learn more. You want to expand your consciousness. You want to grow more. And there's this great camaraderie, this great unity consciousness being birthed right now on the planet. So many people are connecting with like minds across the whole globe, across the other side of the globe, saying, you know what? Let's come together. Because every little thing is going to be all right. People are building alliances. They get it. They realize that what John Lennon was telling you in the song Imagine was the secret. Imagine there's no countries. It's not hard to do. In other words, when you lose separation, you free yourself from the illusion and you now see the truth that we have been divided through race, religion, all of these things, and divided you fall, united you stand. And people are now realizing how important it is to be united right now during the last days of the old earth, because we are approaching the birth of a whole new world. People are now changing the way they see everything. They're starting to say, you know what? There's a world better than this one, and we're going to create it, and it's going to be called the new earth. We're starting to realize that we don't exist alone. We are not in an ecosystem. We are in an ecosystem, and Mother Nature is alive. Believe it or not, the Great Mother is alive. You see, during a quickening, the ancients spoke about how humanity will have so many catastrophic events happen. Crashes, earthquakes, wars. It's all happening right now. Foolishness. World star. The buffoonery is happening right now. At the same time, The chosen ones are waking up. Because there's one in every family. And they are uniting with other chosen ones, and they are creating the new earth. They're saying, you know what? Screw this matrix. We are creating the new earth together. And this is what happens to you during the quickening. It's wonderful if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, to realize it's over. And right now we have to look forward to the new world, because this old world is no longer sustainable. So, deep divers, we are in the quickening. What is it? What happens to you? We've just talked about that. We have an opportunity right now to make this heaven on earth. You were told that heaven is not on earth. No, heaven is actually on earth. But you see, for heaven to come, we have to change the way we think and change the way we feel about each other. Because what happens to you during the quickening is to remind yourself that we are one humanity. And once you realize that, well, you just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? There. Beautiful deep divers. I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Go and check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more powerful, life-changing information just like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon, and at ralphsmart.com/thebook, the Bible of Becoming Your Greatest Version. Also, go and get the Good Ass Prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, with a whole lot of heart, you want to model the clothing, well, go and buy some. They tried to bury us, deep divers. They forgot we were seeds. All ancient prophecies and texts speak about these times we're in right now. We are in the quickening, and time is only gonna speed up. And that's okay. This is why you have to know who you are, and you have to make sure you are prepared for the new world. Because this old world is over. Deep divers, I love all of you. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You! Once again, deep divers, hit that like button, share this video, get it into the algorithm, leave a comment down below of gratitude and appreciation, and let me know if you can feel the quickening. One love. Peace.